Being aware of the devastating effects floods normally has on communities, infrastructure and livelihoods, the Ministry of Water and Environment has prioritized emergency interventions to reduce these risks around River Nyamwamba in Kasese.
You know, these degraded areas are the areas that collect a lot of water because the level of infiltration of this water is actually negligible, basing on the level of degradation of those areas. So we have to plant trees, especially indigenous trees that are suitable for the sites that we chose. And then on the river banks, we had to plant bamboo and other site-specific tree species. The planting of bamboo was chosen out of the fact that we have already lost the root structure of the previously available riparian vegetation that were holding the soils together along the river banks.
Recognizing the significance of vegetation in stabilizing the soil and reducing erosion, the ministry introduced large-scale afforestation programs. Local communities, supported by the ministry, actively participated in planting trees and vegetation along the river banks and on vulnerable slopes.
We planted 30 kilometers of the river bank. So the purpose was to stabilize the river bank, so that we protect the soils from being eaten by the river itself. So the purpose of the bamboo is to hold the soils together and make it firm, so that no amount of water would be able to take.
Engineers from the ministry believe if given enough funds, the effects of the Nyamwamba floods will be reduced to a reasonable low percentage.
As we are telling you in the next phase of the project, what we intend to do with finances, enough funds, we can get to Cyclopean all through until up to maybe road barrier. Because when we reach road barrier, after there at least we feel the water the intensity has reduced, so it can flow freely.
According to the district leadership, there is a need for government to procure equipment that will periodically dredge the river to avoid further accumulation of silt.
So if government can give us like 2 excavators and like 2 bulldozers, those 4 machines are enough to do this. And I am convinced that the government has that capacity. Because an excavator like this one cannot go beyond $1 billion. So you can imagine we need only around $4 billion to have the machines deployed here. And this budget, where government has done some desilting, it is coming to close to around 20 billion. It's 19 point something. So if we reserved only 4 billion and we have technical operators from the ministry, even from the district, we can do wonders. This is what Clement is used to do.
Just can even get maybe an equipment, say from maybe UNRA, because at least we have a UNRA station here. If they get that equipment and maybe with some little fuel, they can always keep doing this. At least we've noticed that the work here is really very good. So if you leave it like this for the accumulation of the silt, we shall lose whatever we have.
Okay. Elifaz Muhindi, the Kasese district chairperson, says as the district, they have sensitized the community to plant more trees.
The Department of Environment in the district under natural resources, we are doing our best to ensure that we continue sensitizing people and even encouraging them to grow more trees. But the challenge we have had is the people who are self-seekers who want to let us down by destroying even what has been put in place.